Now we will start a recording and then the introduction of the guest. Yes, recording is started.
Can we start, sir? Good evening, everyone. Welcome to today's session. We are delighted to welcome today's guest, Dr. Praful Gadge, sir, whose innovative approach and dedication to have set a new standard in the agriculture industry. A dedicated professional with extensive experience of 14 years in the agriculture technology sector, specializing sustainable farming practice and biological solution. Proven track record with PhD in the biochemistry in area of proteomics of plant pest interaction with development of innovative products, conducting training programs and supporting farmers to improve productivity and soil health. He is successfully developed and launched a range of biological products that enhance soil health and crop yield, reducing the reliance on chemical fertilizers and pesticides. I request to Dr. Praful sir to start their lecture on opportunity in microbials for sustainable program farming. Sorry.
Thank you so much. I am grateful to Dr. Arvind sir for giving me an opportunity. You are always an inspiration.
1 minute,
Yes.
Praful sir.
Yes, sir.
Only give me 2 minutes only.
Okay.
I want to say because to all audience that I know Dr. Praful as a devotee worker because all of us are teaching in laboratory, working in laboratory. But Dr. Prafulla is working at a grassroots level. I know many industrialists or many other money making persons, they are opposing Dr. Prafulla because their interests are hyper. But even then, Dr. Prafulla has continued his work as a social service. So, as a president of my microbiology society, it is my duty to support him, to appreciate him, and to give exposure to him. So, thank you, Dr. Pulla, for coming on our platform and delivering lecture on a very, very important topic related with agriculture. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you for being an inspiration always. And thank you for the motivation. So my topic here is, I'm sharing it along with my journey. So we will understand the importance of biologicals in agriculture. Nowadays, we are experiencing a number of things, health hazards, and number of issues. However, we have been also learning that soils are deteriorating. There are a number of issues associated with the soil, associated with the farming. Farmers are now saying that earlier we used to have a little amount of fertilizers and about to get a good output out of that. But from last 10 to 15 years, the situations has been changed. And now we are experiencing that. Farmers are utilizing fertilizers of different types, conventional, advanced fertilizers, plant growth regulators, biostimulants, and number of other inputs have come across. But they're still experiencing not an input of that comparison which they used to got earlier. One of the major reasons behind this is again soil health deterioration. So what actually happening to the soil, how it is happening to the soil, what could be the solution, and how those are associated with the microbiology, or those are microbiologists can contribute in the same. Because if there is agriculture, then there is food, and there is food, then there will be the humanity and then all the living things. So here there is larger role for microbiologists now coming across because of all these issues. So I've been delivering and sharing my presentation. So here we'll be able to understand much more about this. So I've started my startup as an Biome Technologies Private Limited, which is based at Ahmednagar, Maharashtra, and known for its one of the disruptive product in the market, that is soilometer. So we call it Let's Make Soil Alive, and why we call it, we will know it in detail. So about my startup, we offer world-class contract research services to industry and agriculture sector related to bioformulations to and biotechnology-based approach, application of microbials into the agriculture, their production, strain improvement, formulations, and all those kind of things. Is it audible?
Yes, yes, you are audible.
Yes. So
Again, I request others, please mute your mic. Otherwise, I will remove from the group. Please continue, sir.
along with the soil deterioration, there is an issue of climate impact. So we need resilient crops to make the environment sustainable. So in this regard, we do contract research, we service the industry, as well as we have our own products into the market with the destruction. So what is an actual issue? We'll find it in much bit detail. So the problem is excessive application of chemical fertilizers, pesticides, but it doesn't stop over here. It is an fungicides and antibiotics. We know the soils and the soil life. The plant, what they intake is happening with the help of microorganisms. Fungi, bacteria help them to get the nutrition, help them to digest and uptake the nutrition, help them to protect it from themselves from pests and pathogens, help them to protect themselves from environmental issues. But nowadays, besides fertilizers and pesticides, the application of fungicides and antibiotics is rampantly increased in last 10 to 15 years. Whatever antibiotics we are using in the pharmaceutical, agriculture sector is using 500 times more antibiotics onto the crops what we eat. So for example, the pomegranate is one of the most loved fruit, and it has a bacterial blight issue. To overcome the bacterial blight issue, farmers are consistently using excessive amount of the antibiotics. Earlier, it was tetracycline, streptocycline, those were banned, but now casicamycin, varidamycin, and much more, and new antibiotics are coming into the market. And as farmers, it is not an farmer's mistake. It is because that they are not being advised properly, as they lack the knowledge of microbiology, they lack the awareness of microbiology, and other thing is they want their produce available. So those are the market people. Those are delivering the marketing strategies and asking them to use the antibiotics. So what happening is due to the antibiotics, excessive antibiotic is going into the soil, excessive antibiotics are going onto the fruits, residues are coming into that, and those are coming in our bodies. So impacting us, impacting the soil, and when the antibiotics, fungicides are going heavily into the soil, that disrupts the microbiome associated with the soil. So that microbiome is important. We all, as a microbiologist, understand the importance of the microbiome. And if the plant is losing its microbiome, then it's very difficult for the plant to sustain. So in this case, farmers are using growth regulators, kind of steroids, hormones, and then different fertilizers, promoters. Those are helping plant to sustain in those kind of environment, but this is not a solution. So here again we understand the solution could be with the help of microbiologicals. So fertilizers, pesticides, fungicides, antibiotics are heavily impacting soil microbial health, and that soil microbial health is again affecting the yield and production cost of the farmers. Yield is getting reduced, quality is getting depleted, the production cost is getting increased. Moreover, there is a plethora of residues of antibiotics, pesticides, fungicides are coming in our diet. So imagine what amount of antibiotics or fungicides we are eating every day other than pesticides. And pesticide, one can understand the impact, but however, besides that, the impact or the negativity of fungicides or antibiotics is much more higher as compared to that of pesticides. That's why we thought that it is important to measure the soil microbial health. As we know that we need to take the sample into the laboratory and then uh, check out the viable cell count, and it takes several hours to 2 to 3 days. So besides that, we thought it should be made easy so farmer will be able to analyze the soil microbial health in his farm itself. So we wanted to deliver the farmers on laboratory where farmer will be able to analyze the soil microbial health and he'll be able to understand how his soil has been deteriorated. Not only farmers, government institutions can use them, then the NGOs, even the industry can use them. So considering this problem, we have delivered a solution called a soilometer. That soilometer understands soil or detects or helps the farmer to test soil microbial health. So, what is happening with the help of soilometer? Farmers are able to understand the soil microbial health, that is mitti ki sajivta or microbial viable count, which is essential for the appropriate health of the plants, which is an appropriate biota of the plants. So this product is making farmers aware that what mistakes they were doing. Also, not only the soil microbial health, but this product also helps the farmer to test the quality of biofertilizers and biopesticides available into the market. So here, the farmers can have the quality control of inputs on their own. So there are two advantages. First, they are able to assess the soil microbial health according to the guidance given to them. So they can go for application of biofertilizers, biopesticides, and organic fertilizers to retain or to recover the soil microbial health. Then second thing is their own quality control laboratory. So they have been able to assess the quality of biologicals, what they have been buying from the market. So this is making impact both the ways. So this is an USP of this is economical. That is only 300 rupees for one testing within 3 hours. On-site testing, easy to use for farmers, real-time advisory, quality control of inputs, and soil testing for natural and organic farming can be done with the help of this test kit. So besides, it is a proud moment for us that we have received funding of rupees 18 lakhs under the Rashtriya Krishi Vistar Yojana for the development and launching of this product. And other proud moment is after development, this product was launched by at that time Union Agriculture Minister Narendra Tomarji himself. So I'm again thankful to all the well-wishers and motivators who helped me during the course. So this is our team. We have the biochemists, microbiologists, agriculture biotechnologists associated with us, making impact as a startup. And these are some of the media coverages from Indian Express, Hindustan Times, Times of India, Sakar, etc. Those have covered the work we have been delivering. And this is an impact that we have been able to reduce the production cost of the farmers, then help the farmers to achieve the residue-free produce for the export. So if the produce become residue-free, then it is eligible for the export. If it is eligible for the export, then it delivers extra amount of money or extra benefit for the farmer. For example, regular pomegranate is costing around 80 to 90 rupees per kg. But if it is residue-free, with the help of biologicals, then it gets the cost of minimum 170 to 180 rupees per kg. So there is a difference of almost 100 rupees. Production cost is reduced and cost is increased. So here is a farmers getting benefit after application of biologicals and assessment of soil. So these are some of the things which we have been experiencing after delivering this work. So again, I'm coming to the important topic, which of the today's discussion, that how microbiologists can contribute into the soil microbial health, how they can come up with the products, what are the opportunities for the microbiologists to deliver sustainable applications into the market. Nowadays, everything has been concentrated across the sustainability. Everybody wants residue free. After COVID, everyone is aware of what they have been eating, how they have been eating, and they want a better health to sustain in these kind of environments. So to maintain the immunity, it is important to have the best quality food stuff in the intake, and that must be residue free. In Europe, US, and many other countries, the application of pesticides, chemical pesticides, antibiotics is restricted. They have limitations. They have standards. They If the residues are in excess, then that kind of agriculture produce is then destroyed and not allowed for the consumption. But in India, we don't have any such kind of regulations, and the farmers are not trained for the appropriate application of fertilizers, pesticides, antibiotics, and whatever the new technologies coming into the market. So what they're eyeing, they simply want their in the farmer shoes. If you go, they want to protect their produce. They want to get a good yield. They want to make a good money out of that. But besides that, they don't have any kind of training, any kind of awareness, or no compatible competitive products available into the market. Those will help them to do or achieve all these conditions to earn money for their family. So here microbiologists can come into the picture, and we can work upon several issues, several problems, and deliver technology based upon that. So the area is soil microbial health, and that soil microbial health area is coming under the soil conditioning aspect. So we'll simply analyze what is the market size of this area. The global market value proposed for the soil amendment market is $6.2 billion in 2025, and it is growing one. So considering these approaches, we can understand the market availability of or the market potential of the microbial products into the industry. So what kind of microbial products are needed and how we can go ahead. So what is the future perspective of biologicals, biofertilizers, and biopesticides? So considering all those issues, production of efficient and sustainable biofertilizers is still basic need of agriculture industry, because it is not focused till date by the agriculture universities. They've worked upon the basic strengths and application of those strengths. However, comparatively, the microbiology in the life sciences has much more evolved and much more advanced, and the syllabus and the students are much more equipped with the skills of microbiology. So they have an opportunity along with the agriculture microbiologists to lead the market with the technologies they've been developing. So efficient and sustainable biofertilizers, biopesticides, biostimulants, microbes can also work as an biostimulants. So those can be developed, and those will be able to address the pollution problems. And these are one of the major research interest as well as industry needs. The selection of effective and competitive multifunctional biologicals is a need of the day. Many times we observe that students are performing research projects into the college as a part of their curriculum. So these projects could be converted into the startups and make gain of funding of several lakhs to deliver those products into the market. How to get that I'm going to address in the further slides. So we will understand what is the need in today's date. Even Biomi is also, we are also sponsoring the institutions, collaborating with them, and delivering the contract research services in association with. For example, we have collaborated with the Amity Institute of Microbial Technology, Jaipur, for some related aspects. And we have also sponsored research project over there. So microorganisms with multifunctional properties, biofertilizers, biopesticides, biostimulants are needed in today's date. Isolates or the multifunctional biofertilizer microorganisms, that is consortium development is needed in today's date. Those are efficient, problem solving. A farmer don't want to buy number of products because that increases his production cost. What will happen if we deliver a consortia which will be compatible, which will be problem solving, making plant disease resistant, making nutrition available, making plant weather resistant. So this is the need of today's date. So multi-strength consortia confer additional characteristics in respect to improvement of crop plants growth and performance, as well as in enhancement and maintenance of soil fertility. There are many issues in the soil. We can simply do the referencing and understand. So thousands of issues are coming in context. So if we focus on one issue and try to deliver a solution onto that, that will be the impact making one. So how to do that? As assessment, assembling multifunctional biofertilizer preparations, indigenous microorganisms, development of formulations, improvement of shelf life of microbial products. These are the important things. For example, characteristics like plant growth promotion, phosphate solubilization, antagonistic actions against pathogens, improved nitrogen fixation, and antagonistic action or the killing action against the parasites as well as the herbivores, insects. So insecticidal things, those are entomopathogenic things are much needed in agriculture in today's date. So these multifunctional products are needed, and we have all the basic laboratories in microbiology departments. We can initiate this kind of products. We can focus upon the solution. After appropriate basic details, we can pitch those details for the fundings, and there are fundings available under several schemes. So what are the things which are much needed and the fundings are delivered, and industry also sponsoring those kind of things? Microbial metabolic, that is organic acids. For agriculture industry, for food industry, organic acids are important. For example, acetic acid, lactic acid, and number of other acids are there. Those are much needed into the industry, into the agriculture sector, into the food sector, into the processing sector, where we can have the production and such kind of strains isolations. Those are highly efficient ones. Strain development can be done in basic laboratory itself. Even we have the basic microbiology laboratory with us. Nutrition, for example, soil microbes, they make the nutrition available to the plant by making it water soluble, which is an insoluble form. So this can be done, or they've been carrying out these activities with the help of enzymes. So for example, phosphatase enzymes that hydrolyzes phosphorus, catalyzes, and convert it into the water soluble form, which is then easily uptaken by the plant and delivers appropriate nutrition for the plant. So such kind of enzymes are needed in the nutrition segment in the agriculture industry. There are hundreds of enzymes could contribute into that. As actual microbial cells have number of limitations, but instead of that, what will happen if we'll be able to deliver the stabilized, lyophilized enzyme? That will solve the problem. We'll be able to enhance more efficiency of those particular products. So these kind of products can be delivered into the market, and we can very easily isolate such strains, do the strain improvement and partial characterization and those impacts. If we put forth in the pitching, then we are able to get the funds for that. If anybody is in need of this kind of guidance, please approach us. We are there to guide. Then the plant protection. For example, chitinase is an enzyme which is antifungal as well as insecticidal. So such kind of enzymes are much needed. We will be able to kill the insects or reduce the insect load onto the crops. So they will prevent the, they will be able to prevent or reduce the application of chemical pesticides onto the fields, into the agriculture. So these insects killing or retarding enzymes are much needed. Pathogen retarding enzymes are much needed into the agriculture. There are several other enzymes. Those can be utilized as an biopesticides along with the strains. For example, Trichoderma herzianum, Trichoderma viridi are the antifungal fungi. Those are used as biofungicides. Similarly, these enzymes in combination will enhance their activity. Same enzymes have been produced by them. Other than that, Beveria bassiana, Metarhizium anisopli, Licanicilium licani are the entomopathogenic fungi. Those are killing the insects, working as an biological pesticides. So there are opportunities to isolate novel strains. Those have higher efficiency, higher pathogenicity towards the insects. Those are responsible for the yield losses or quality reduction in the agriculture. So they will be the eco-friendly, sustainable approach as compared to that of pesticides. Then the secondary metabolites are also important in the agriculture industry. For example, siderophores secreted by Pseudomonas fluorescens and other species of rhizobacteria. they are solubilizing the nutrients, they are chelating the nutrients and making them easily uptaken by the plant. So that improves the plant health. That also protect the plant from several adverse conditions of the nature's impact or anti-weather kind of resistance can be given by the siderophores, by those rhizobacteria. Then the carbon quantum dots is another new term coming into the agriculture sector, input sector, with the help of secondary metabolites obtained from the microorganisms and the rhizobacteria. Again, Pseudomonas fluorescens, Bacillus subtilis, and many other bacteria are coming into this picture. For plant protection, we better understand the example of BT, Bacillus thuringiensis, which is age-old biopesticide used into the industry, and the cry proteins also. Similarly, these things are working out. Then the nanoparticles. Nanoparticles as a fertilizer preparation of nanoparticles, uh, nanofertilizers preparation, nanopesticides preparation, nano micronutrients preparation are carried out with the help of microorganisms. Then the bioactive peptides, all these preparations could be carried out with the help of microbial fermentations. So there are multiple opportunities in the microbiology sector to initiate for the sustainability and to obtain a good amount of money and to settle career into the same aspect as a bio entrepreneur or the biotech entrepreneur. We are mostly focused around the pharmaceutical sectors and all that, but we never come across the opportunities in agriculture sector. But this is much neglected, and hence with the huge opportunities and list of competition. So here we can focus all around the agriculture sector. How to obtain funds and grants for the startup? What is startup? Which is any start of any idea which is economical, which is eco-friendly, then easy to use, easy, economical, eco-friendly application, which will be able to change something, which will be able to replace something, economical way, easy way, eco-friendly way, and which should be making an impact, either disruptive or making the change happen towards the sustainability. In case of agriculture, I'm speaking with. And if it is an idea which is easy, economical, eco-friendly, feasible, making able to happen, able to make the change happen, able to make the impact happen, then it's 100% sure to get the funds. So what are the funds available? RKVY Raftar, under which we have received grant of rupees 18 lakhs. So Rashtriya Krishi Vistar Yojana Raftar scheme is under the Ministry of Agriculture, Indian Council of Agriculture Research. So under that, these startups have been given the fundings for the development of idea and conversion of idea into the product. Then again, the funds for the product to the market, and again funds for the expansion. Then the biotech ignition grant is there. BIRAC grant is also there. Several hundreds of other grants are available. Even the private fundings, NGO fundings, CSR, corporate social responsibility fundings are also available for the startups in this case. So there is a need to take the initiative. Whatever the projects we carry out into the laboratory, simply we need to make them focused around the problems which are experiencing in the society, which are experiencing in the agriculture sector. We can identify, we can isolate the entomopathogenic microorganisms, fungi, nematodes, bacteria, assess their efficiency, and they could be pitched or the pitched for the funding purpose after little of the data available. It doesn't need even the largest amount of data. It need a little data. It need a confirmation that this is the thing or the idea or the solution could make big change happen. So if we have a simple strain which is having good antibiotic production, which is having good entomopathogenic activity, which is having good antifungal activity, or kind of, which is having any secondary metabolites or the carbon quantum dots or the siderophore production or any kind of enzyme or application in the nano fertilizer, nano micronutrients production, nano pesticide production, then we can have the little assessment and pitch that in front of the scientific committee. And there are funds available because in this sector, there is an immense need. However, very few startups are working in this aspect. Very few industries are delivering solution in this aspect. And that's why there are largest chances of funding available in all these things where we can gain the funding and we can go ahead with. So this is all about the opportunities in agriculture sector for the microbials or the biologicals. If anybody is interested, they can connect with us. We'll be able to guide them for how to pitch, how to put forth an idea, how to put forth an project for the funding. What are the schemes available? We are there. My startup, Biome Technologies Private Limited, as well as NGO, Biome Innovative Learning Foundation, we help them to go ahead with. Even there are several startups associated with us. Those are also helping those scientific personals to make the appropriate documentation, presentation to go ahead with for the impact making purpose. So why shouldn't we use our laboratories and deliver the change which will be helping us to get a residue free healthy food stuff? As we always say that healthy soil equals healthy nation. So all we can do together, that we can contribute in the making of healthy soils, and with the help of which we can also earn some money. We can set up our career into the agriculture or biotechnology or biotechnology industry. There is a great future ahead. So thank you all for listening me. Thank you so much, Microbiologists Association of India and Society of India. Also, Dr. Arvind Deshmukh sir, for giving me an opportunity and always motivating me to go ahead with my passionate career, which is always associated with the microbials and biologicals for the soil. Thank you, sir. Thank you so much. We can have any questions if there.
Yes, yes. Very nice presentation. And as I have told, it is on the agriculture. Purnima Inamdar is asking the question. Aparna ma'am will read it.
Is there any internship available from Purnima Inamdar?
Yes, we have the internship available in our staff in a company where the students are exposed to fully automated fermentation processes. Besides that, R&D aspects where they can deliver some targets or the things where they can have their own developments. Those can be delivered as a startup idea further.
Hello, Dr. Praful. This is Pooja from Nepal.
Hello.
Thank you for your very good presentation. So I'm also I'm a microbiologist with my PhD in microbial ecology. So I've done my PhD in the microbial biogeography and studying their genetics to study about their evolution. So my question to you is, and right now I have returned back to Nepal, and I'm also working with the native microorganisms of Nepal and have also developed the biofertilizer using those microbes. So, like as you were saying that you are open to some kind of connections or the collaborative works. So my question to you is there any possibilities that we could also connect with you and share the ideas, or is there any kind of, like you said, the fundings and these things to develop further?
Yes, certainly. We may connect and we may go ahead. Ideas, we will be able to guide you for the pitching and funding in the same context, because there are several opportunities in this area.
Yeah, and I want to ask one thing, like for example, like we are using the microorganisms for the development of biofertilizer, of course. Now we are using like we do the isolation from the soil, right? But my question is, I think because in the soil, like there are many strains of the bacteria. So do you also like I'm sorry, I don't know, like if your company is also producing biofertilizer?
Yes, we are also producing biofertilizer, biopesticides, and microbial biostimulants.
Okay, so the microbes that is being used in a biofertilizer, are there, I mean, identified at the molecular level or?
Yes, they are identified at molecular level.
Okay, so do you also, because this is my questions, like I'm very curious. As I said, I'm also working on it because I think sometimes you also need to see about the different like pathogen, right? Like different gene that is responsible for the pathogenicity of certain organisms. So whenever we are using the soil organisms, now, do you also check for those genes?
Currently, we don't have the applications available to check those genes, but if needed, then we can have the resources available with us. With the help of them, we can identify those genes present in the strains available.
Yeah, because I said that I myself also have a microbiology laboratory, but I want to go at the because I've isolated certain microbes, okay, with certain characteristic or with the potential of being a good biofertilizer. So I want to do the molecular identification of those I isolated and identified microorganisms. So I'd like to ask, like, if there is any possibility that we could collaborate or connect, which will help me with the molecular
Yes,
identification.
I will answer, Dr. Pooja ma'am.
Yes, sir.
Definitely, there is a possibility of collaboration. Don't worry. I will give his number to you,
Sure.
and I
Thank
will
you.
give your number to him, so that on WhatsApp you can exchange your ideas, you can interact more, and if you happen to come to Pune, I will see that you can see his lab room.
Yeah,
Okay?
sure. Sure. Sure, sir.
Yes, yes.
Yeah, thank you.
There is one more question in the chat box.
What is the scope for biofilm and biofertilizer from Madhvi Rani?
Hello. Hello, sir. My name is Dr. Madhvi Rane.
Yes.
I'm professor in Department of Microbiology, Abida Inamdar Senior College, Pune, Azam Campus, Pune. Sir, I'm working on very three aspects on this biofertilizer, that thermotolerant thermophile biofertilizers, then biofilm biofertilizers. So my more focus is on biofilm biofertilizer. So I want to know, sir, what is the scope? Is there any product? What is the scope for this biofilm biofertilizer specifically?
There is a good scope for these kind of products into the market, and it is in much detailed aspects. So we can also have this communication onto the telephonic aspects. Moreover, the thermostable biofertilizers or temperature tolerant biofertilizers are much needed in today's date. As the temperature is increasing, the current temperature of 45 to 50 degrees Celsius.
Even, sir, salt tolerant microbes also
Yes.
I'm working.
Yes, ma'am. Because as we see in the Western Maharashtra and many other parts of the country, there is a heavy concentration of salts and other issues associated with that. So high TDS and salt tolerating microorganisms are much needed. Halotolerant organisms are much needed in several aspects, areas of the country. So there is an potential for this kind of developments in agriculture biotechnology as an product aspects.
Sir,
What I will suggest you,
yes, sir.
Prafulla sir,
Yes, sir.
please give your contact number in chat box,
Yes, sir.
so that people, if they are interested, they will contact.
Certainly, I'm giving, sir.
I'm really happy to know that from Nepal participants are there. Then from Mumbai, ma'am is there. Just you asked the question.
Sir, I'm from Pune. Deshmukh, sir, I'm
Pune.
from
Okay.
Pune.
Okay. Yeah. You are from that Inamdar College, no?
Ji, sir, ji.
We have given our
Okay,
contact
then
details into the context. And other thing is, I would like to request you all, as we are also consulting more than 100 plus industries in biological segment, helping them to establish, helping them to get the products available, get them the formulations, and also helping them to get established into the market for the farmers' purpose. So we are in consistent need of human resource for ourselves as well as for our connected industries. So those are the college personnel associated here. We may associate with you and we may have the opportunity to the students to get connected with the industry for internship purpose or for the employment purpose as well. So my number has been given in the chat box.
There is one more question in chat box. One more question in the chat box. Hello, anyone want to ask a question?
Yes, sir. May I ask? I'm Dr. Nipa Pandhi from Rajkot, Gujarat.
Yes.
Yeah. Good afternoon, sir. Good evening, sir. Sir, I have 3 questions for Dr. Praful. Dr. Praful, I'm also working on biofertilizers, especially we are the who are working with halophilic PGPR, as Gujarat has a very huge coastal lines. Sir, I'm facing few problems. Number one, our consortia does not show consistent performance over the time. Like they loses some of their characteristics or some of their attributes as the time passes, or as we go for multiple subculturing. So how can we avoid that?
There are two important things: inducers into the nutrition are needed. Thereafter, the formulation, cell protectant and stabilization is needed if you're going for such kind of things. As when we are delivering these kind of commercial products, we work on those aspects, so they're able to retain the efficacy of those products.
Okay. And the second question,
details, ma'am, you may communicate with me onto my telephone
Sure,
as
sir.
well as WhatsApp, so we'll be able to discuss in more detail. Thank
Sure,
you.
sir. One last question. Sir, your soil meter, is it available in Gujarat or can we order it from you?
It is available in Gujarat as well as you can order it from our side. We'll be happy to directly deliver it to you.
Okay, fine. Thank you very much, sir. Thank you, Deshmukh sir, for organizing such an informative lecture. Thank you, sir.
Hello. Am I audible?
Yes.
Dr. Praful, can you hear me?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
This is Dr. Prakash Alami from CFTRM Mysore. Good evening. Actually, I just wanted to know what type of R&D activities in your company. Somehow I missed, I believe, the initial part. So,
okay, fine.
If you can just brief it. And then I have already,
We'll have the short introduction. Strain isolation development is there. Then the contract research for the industry for biological purpose. Biofertilizer, biostimulant, bioprotectants as well. Secondary metabolites and enzymes of the microbials. So all the microbials and the primary and secondary metabolites for the agriculture, for plant improvement, plant protection, and the sustainable agriculture to reduce the application of pesticides to make the plants or the output residue free. We do work on that.
You make the mass production of these microorganisms?
Yes, we make the mass production of microorganisms.
And then you sell this formulation, right? Or you have some different marketing?
We sell this formulation to the farmers as well as industries.
Wonderful, wonderful.
Thank you.
And how you initially generated the fundings? Is your company?
We have pitched under the RKVY Raftar scheme to several incubators and schemes, and we have got selected at 3 incubators. One is CIRCOT at Mumbai, other one is AAU at Gujarat, Anand Agriculture University, Cotton Research at Mumbai, and then third one is NIAM, National Institute of Agriculture Marketing, Jaipur. So we have selected NIAM, and under that we have been trained for the several aspects of the startup. Then in the final pitching and the product development progress, we have received a grant of ₹18 lakhs under the Rashtriya Krishi Vistar Yojana funding.
That is from ICR, right?
ICR, yes, sir.
KVK?
ICR, it's directly funded under the Ministry of Agriculture. It doesn't need it either. It's from agriculture sector or from non-agriculture sector. But they need an idea or the viability of the idea, efficiency of the products.
Wonderful, wonderful. Thank you. I will contact you later.
We certainly would like to.
Yeah,
thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Hello, Dr. Profula. I have one more question. If you have time, can I go with that question?
Yes.
Hello.
Yes,
Please.
please. Yes,
Yeah,
Aparna,
again.
ma'am.
Yes, now last question you can ask.
Hello.
Yes, you
Yes,
can
ma'am.
ask. You can.
Yeah, okay. So, Dr. Profula, these microbes, they like when we apply the biofertilizer, the soil, there should also be enough of organic matter. So, is there any standard that of the organic matter that this much percentage of organic matter will give a very good result when applying the biofertilizer?
Now, as the soil is much more deteriorated, farmers are using heavy application of fertilizers and other things, chemical fertilizers and kind of things. We can't expect that soil will be suitable for the microbes. Hence, we are as in biome technologies, we are focusing upon developing formulations. Those are able to adapt these kind of soils as well, along with the aspects or the nutrition or the self-stabilization, self-protection can be delivered into the formulation. So those products could be able to deliver the efficacy into these kind of soils.
Okay, thank you. Because I'm also working along with my team, we are also working with the waste management, like organic waste management. So we're also producing those compost and adding, using it as a carrier material. So maybe I can contact you and chat in detail later.
Yeah, thank you. You can.
Yeah, thank you.
Yes. And there is a last question in the chat box. Aparna will read it.
No,
Hello?
there is a question.
Soilometer, is it over?
Yes, sir.
Where shall we get soilometer?
Okay. For soilometer, you can connect with me directly, number given in the chat box. So we'll be able to deliver the soilometer directly to you. Also, it is available at Krishi Seva Kendras or the agriculture input shops in number of states in Maharashtra. So otherwise, you can directly connect with us with the number given in the chat box. We will deliver it to you directly.
Hello, now what are thanks?
Very useful lecture.
Thank you.
Yes. Sir. And you are regularly attending. Thank you, Dr. Prakash, sir.
Thank you very much, sir.
Yes, Aparna.
Thank you, Deshmukh sir. Thank you, Dr. Praful sir, for your insightful and engaging lecture. We greatly appreciate the time and expertise you have shared with us today. The program concludes here for today. We look forward to meeting again with a new session. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you all. Thank you so much, Microbiologist Society and Dr. Deshmukh. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much.